Councils in the West Midlands have been given millions of pounds to fix potholes left by the bad winter weather. On average, it costs about £40 to £50 to fix each one.
Worcestershire got just over £3 million, Herefordshire £2.5 million, and Coventry and Wolverhampton almost £500,000. Our correspondent Mark Goff spent the morning in Wolverhampton to see how the money will be spent.
A bit of TLC for one of the 10,000 potholes this morning. There can't be many drivers who didn't see a pothole last winter. Well, this summer the pothole gangs are out filling them in, and from today they've got a bit of cash to play with. It cost about £40 to fix a pothole in Wolverhampton. They got £448,614 today, which means they could mend each one and have a little bit left over. The Prime Minister approved the cash, those getting the money being seen as model councils who are tackling the pothole problem efficiently.
Local councils now have the money. They have to report back every quarter, they have to report back every 3 months about how many potholes they filled in, how much work they've done, how much of their money has been spent. So I want motorists to see the benefit of this work straight away.
Potholes are a fact of life for us.
They are a fact of life, but it's how we deal with them. And I'm particularly proud that Wolverhampton City Council's efforts in repairing potholes has been acknowledged by the Prime Minister.
Siobhan Lawrence from Derby was left with a £200 bill when she hit a pothole, smashing one tyre, puncturing the other.
Really frustrating. Obviously we pay road tax for there not to be potholes in the roads should be drivable on, and this one clearly wasn't.
Some people might say, why are you focusing on this particular problem? The fact is it really affects hard-working people who are going to work, getting their kids to school, and they're finding damage to their cars, their motorcycles, their bikes, and that is money I want to save them by making sure councils do their job properly and fill in the holes in our roads.
The AA and the Local Government Association both welcomed the money but said it's not enough. With the best will in the world, until they design weatherproof roads, potholes will be a fact of life. Today, there's one less, but there's several more thousand to go. Mark Goff, ITV News, Wolverhampton.
Well, we mentioned the word pothole, and as for your views, and lo and behold, we've got lots of your horror stories about them. We'll start with Maisie Jarvis from Leicestershire, who sent us this photograph and said she's had to get 2 new tyres from potholes or bumps in the roads.
Peter Mail sent us this. Blimey, he says it's on the Blind Bend in Wombourne in South Staffordshire. That's nasty if you go over that one.
Lisa Turner says this pothole cost her husband £200 when it ripped through 2 of his car tyres, and they also lost a day's earnings.
This from Claudia Haig-Wright from South Derbyshire. She says we've had to replace 3 tyres in the space of 6 months, and worse, even our alloy wheel is split. We had that welded 3 times as we can't afford a new set, she said.
Alan Tennant says he's got a broken rear spring because of a pothole. It had to be replaced. Total cost £364.
And Emma JP finishes by saying, I'm sure they fill them in with cornflakes and Pritt stick. I don't think they do, but sometimes there are so many you perhaps think that they're...
Yeah, maybe it feels like they're
not done
very well.
Sure
they don't.
Sure
anyway, thank you to everybody who got in touch. And if you want to continue that debate online, then please go to our Facebook page.
Other news now. An officer